That is way too close. Okay. How is everyone doing on this Monday following Mother's Day? Did we all survive? Oh, my little caption didn't go through. Okay. Did we all survive? Did everyone get what they wanted for Mother's Day? I want to know how we did. But the more important thing that we're going to talk about today, and I got some really good responses. If you've been following around my stories, I've been sharing a bunch of them. There are so many that I didn't get to all of them. So if I didn't get to yours, I'm sorry, but they were all so good. I agree with a lot of them, but I also use a lot of them. So I'm learning that you just, you got to do you and you can't please everybody. And hello, hi from Brazil. I love having international peeps. Okay, so we're going to talk about all the answers I got today when I asked everyone what they think should be retired on social media, like whether it's expressions or activities or what it is. So we're going to talk about that because I have a lot of opinions, as does everybody. And you're all in there. These are your pages, right? You're entitled to do what you want to do, but we're going to talk about this like openly. We're going to have an open conversation about it. The example that I gave to kick things off, and it's one of the things I cannot stand. Hey, Lisa, that I cannot stand. It's one of those captions that I'm just over and I can't see it anymore because it's just not funny. It's just not funny. Is when somebody posts a picture with anyone, a friend, a relative, and the caption says reunited and it feels so good. It makes me irrationally angry because I feel like it has been there's a lot of social media captions that have been used over and over again because some of them are really funny and they're appropriate. But if I see one more person type reunited and it feels so good, I'm gonna lose my shit. I don't know what to tell you. That's the only way that I can say it. So that was the example that I gave to kind of inspire people and kick things off. And I got some really, really good responses. Really good. I'm gonna start with Facebook. Shall we? Shall we go to the polls? Okay. So one of the things that people hate most on social media are posts that start with something along the lines of, I need 3 friends. I'm looking for 5 people, things like that, because you know that it's only going to end in somebody asking you to sell something. And piggybacking off of that, I can't even count how many things there were of people having grievances about people trying to sell them stuff related to an MLM or a fitness journey or things like that. And I just want to be very clear, okay? Because this whole little world for me started out as a side hustle. I was working full time and then the blog and the writing and all this stuff. So I respect a side hustle more than anybody. And I don't even care if it's an MLM. You want to sell something that is direct marketing, direct networking, MLM, you do it. Go for it. There's a lot of money to be made, a lot of success. A lot of sex. That's good, Rachel. A lot of success to be had. But the problem is the people who work for those companies and they just literally throw things against the wall like they're, waiting to see what's going to stick, and they'll just send a million cold calls, I call them, but messages, DMs. That's like the worst. That is giving them a bad name. So a lot of people commented when I asked what they wanted to go away and retire on social media. A lot of people said MLMs, people selling me stuff. And I totally get that. So maybe if you're one of those people selling things, it's totally fine to be passionate about it, but know your audience and don't just start sending DMs being like, oh my God, girl, you look so good in your bikini on the beach, and like starting a whole conversation and being like, do you want to sell leggings for me? Don't do that. Just be upfront. Be like, hey, I'm selling leggings now. I know a lot of people are doing the MLM network marketing thing. Do you want in? I totally understand if not. Try that. That to me is like, I can respect that a lot more. All right. A lot of people had grievances with food pictures, but not like the pretty food pictures from restaurants or meals or even like homemade meals if they were really good. But more than one person, and I totally agree with this, was like, what's with all the people taking pictures of their shitty green beans on a paper plate and like a store-bought frozen chicken breast? Nobody wants to see a picture of that. So I would say my opinion would be, if you're going to take food pictures, which I do sometimes because I locally work with a lot, hi Carol, with a lot of restaurants and promote their menus and food. And so I'm totally fine if you are posting things that look like art or delicious that I want to jump through the screen. But nobody wants to see like your frozen Hungry Man meal. Like I just don't do that. Carrie says, provide value to your potential customers or recruits. They will come to you. Preach, Carrie. I totally feel that way. I think there's space for everybody on social media, but you can't just like go after people who are not interested in what you're selling. So just know your audience. Okay. There was also a lot of feedback on the term asking for a friend. And so this is where I started to feel personally attacked a little bit, because there are definitely those common social media phrases that a lot of us use, right? Asking for a friend, Sunday fun day, like all those things. I get it. We all probably beat those to death. But there were a lot on here that I do use, and I was starting to feel a little bit triggered. It's all right though. I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm 42 years old. This is not my first rodeo, and I can take it. All right, so asking for a friend, people asked to be retired. Hashtag blessed. I hate hashtag blessed. I hate it. And I don't hate it because you're grateful for what you have and you're saying you're blessed. I hate it because I feel like the people who use it most are the ones who are not blessed, the ones who are like going through really tough times or have a lot going on, and they just don't want to show that side of their lives, which they don't have to, but they hide behind a facade of fake book. And it's always hashtag blessed. My husband brought me flowers 3 times this week. Don't do that. Don't. Okay. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. And these I think need to go away completely. Robert, blessed is so fake. It is. Hashtag blessed is fake. All right. A lot of people had a lot to say about moms groups particularly on Facebook. If you're a parent, even if you are married to a mother, I'm sure you've heard about these things. When I first started playing around on Facebook, I joined a bunch of moms groups, local ones, regular ones. I don't think I'm in any of them. I think I'm in like 2 that are not typical, so they don't have the type of infighting and questions and things that go on. But if I had to sit in a Facebook moms group and see one more person post a picture of their kid's rash and be like, hey, does anyone know what this is? Dude, go to a doctor. Like, it's not 1 o'clock in the morning where you're desperate and you're looking for advice. Like, go to your doctor. Or you know what? Maybe you have a friend who's married to a dermatologist. I don't know, but like maybe there's another way to go about posting your kids' skin conditions than on a Facebook moms group, which is not your friends. That's public. Don't do that. That was one of the things that put me over the edge. But most of it, what I really realized, not that this is like rocket science, because I'm a girl and I've grown up with a bunch of girls. Sherry says, oh, here we go, vaccinating. Yeah, don't get me started on that either. We don't want to, that will not end well. That conversation won't end well here. Now I just lost my train of thought because you got me all fired up about moms groups and vaccinating. Oh, okay. So this is what goes on in a lot of moms groups. And I know I'm generalizing, but I guarantee you, I know I have people from different states and different countries on both Instagram and Facebook. And I would be shocked if the overwhelming majority of mothers who are on here right now did not experience or witness some form of this in Facebook moms groups. Moms get mean, like really bitchy, and they tear each other down, and it's not nice, and there's no reason for it. And if you don't like what you see, just like if you're on someone else's page, just scroll on. Like, I'm going to be the first to tell you that I think people post the stupidest shit I have ever seen in moms groups on Facebook. Like, there needs to be a mom group police, because it is getting out of hand with the stuff that people think is appropriate to post. And it makes me wonder, do these people posting these super personal things, like, do they not have friends they can run it by? I don't understand. I don't get it. But the worst part about it is how mean. If someone says something that another mom doesn't like, there's always that one in the group that starts to stir the pot and goes after them, and then it becomes a free-for-all, and then admin get involved. It's like, we are grown women. Cut the shit and stop doing that. But I had to leave many of these groups because I was getting so angry watching all of these things, that as much as the stupid questions made me really annoyed, what really did it for me was seeing how the other moms treated each other. I could not be part of that. Couldn't do it. Carrie says they are mean and judgmental. They are totally mean and judgmental, and I don't understand why, because we are all entitled to our opinions. Hi, Jessica. Someone told me the measles vaccine gives you the measles. That's really good. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know why moms get mean like that. And this is why there's all those stereotypes about women being bitches, but I cannot deal with the moms groups. Those, I think, for me, are the number one things that should just go away. Go take them off of Facebook. They are doing no good. They're literally starting wars. It's not a good situation. And I'm sorry if I know people who are like super into them. I'm glad you're finding value, but I can't do it. Lisa, moms groups are really the worst. The questions are insane, and the know-it-alls are too much. It's ridiculous. Jessica says, everyone is big and bad behind their keyboards. Tell me about it, Jessica. You know that I know what that's like. And here's a good segue, now that Lisa said that, about the moms groups and the questions and all the stuff in the know-it-alls. That's the other thing on social media that needs to be retired, are all these people who say they know everything about everything. They're just experts all of a sudden, like they got a doctorate or a law degree from Facebook University, and they chime in. I don't know if they're worse or the people who always have to disagree. They may even agree with what you're saying, but they just like conflict, so they like to disagree. There's like a lot of pent up aggression and anger that people like to take out on social media, and I'm thankful that I found a lot of safe spaces on social media where I found my people, and it's been one of the greatest parts of my career, connecting with people like me. But there are some assholes on social media. Yeah, Lizzie, Google University, it's true. A lot of people have MDs from Google University, and they think they know everything. And you know what the scary part is that people then listen to them, and it's it's a bad cycle that needs to stop. Okay. Oh, here, pictures of your kid's rash. Someone else said that. Oh, this is Nicole. My friend Nicole said this, and this cracks me up too, because I have had this. Random wild animals in someone's yard with a panic message of something like, is this a fox? Who cares? It's where it belongs, outside. So here is my question about that. I live in Florida. I'm not so far from the Everglades. There are definitely animals every once in a while that pop in, but I've never really thought to take a picture and poll the crowd on what it is. The only time I feel like that makes any sense, because I've seen friends do this, particularly in Florida, is if they see like a snake, and they'll take a picture and be like, hey guys, is this poisonous? Like that I can let slide. That, because I'm not going to start like researching snakes. I'm not doing that. I want a quick answer. It may be from someone with a Google degree, and then I'm screwed, but you never know. Jessica, my kid has 109 fever and a rash all over. Can anyone tell me what I should do? Yep, that's a typical question in a mom's group. Exactly. That's why I couldn't do it anymore. Okay, these are really bad too. My friend Kim says, oh my God, hands down, I was challenged. This is what it would say, quote, I was challenged by Karen, and now I challenge these five people to do this. That and like the chain letter type of things that you get in your direct messages, like if you don't send this, 20 people are going to drop dead immediately. Do people really fall for that? It's probably the same people who fall for when you see those posts in your feed on Facebook, not on Instagram, that say you get like a $3,000 Costco coupon for clicking a link, and then they share it all over the place until someone's like, Mom, take that down. That's probably the same people who dabble in that kind of stuff. Kim, along the lines of that, said, quote unquote, if you agree, copy and paste this and put it as your status. Please don't tell me what to put in my status. It's my status. I'm not posting a million things in my status because you're afraid that if I don't share it and I break the chain, something bad is going to happen. This is a good one too. Can we get rid of people who tell their stories as some sort of PSA, but all it is a big old slice of narcissism? Yeah, I would like to. Dr. Dave Walkabout wants to know, can you pick the 20 to die? I don't know. You'll have to ask next time you get a chain letter like that. Ask them if you have any say in the result. Jessica, the 90s called and wants their chain letters back. I mean, I didn't like chain letters when they were chain letters. Why do we have to bring that into social media? That should not have come back. Oh, okay, here's a good one. How about, I have a great work from home job. We're hiring. PM me for more info. So why can't you just say what you do? Because to me, that is like completely duplicitous to put something up there. Like, if you agree, most of you won't repost this. Yep, all of those things. Stop doing that. Stop. If you're saying most of you won't repost this, then why are you reposting it? It literally does nothing. You posting, it does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. Or do it, but don't get annoyed when people don't repost it, because most people do not want to repost that stuff. But I agree with this about the work from home jobs. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. All these people, mostly in the moms groups, who are always like, hey, does anyone know of some work from home jobs where I can make $5,000 a month to support my family? No, because they don't exist. Like if there were work from home jobs where you could make a shit ton of money and support a family of 20, don't you think that everybody would be working from home? So if you're doing something and you're looking to hire people, instead of doing the whole like luring them in like a pervert with candy, why don't you just say, hey guys, I'm not sure if you know what I do, but here's a little like boilerplate pitch for what I do. If you're interested, I'm looking for people to join my team. Just be honest. You're just being honest. You're not giving anything away. Do you think by detailing your job that people are going to be like, nah, and that if you don't tell them, you're going to get them secretly on the phone, explain it to them, and they're going to be like, oh my God, that sounds amazing? Because spoiler alert, that's not going to happen. And spoiler alert is probably on this list somewhere. So I'm probably going down the whole list of what people don't like. Okay, one of the other big topics that people couldn't stand was vague booking. You know, when like people are like, guys, I can't tell you why, but send a million prayers my way. What is wrong with you people? If you want to elicit prayers, I'm all for it. I will pray so hard for you, but you have to tell me what I'm praying about. Don't just put these like things that then you get annoyed when people ask, because you know that the next 20 comments are, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? If you're going to share, share. If you're not going to share, then why don't you wait until whatever it is that you're praying about or you want us to pray about, share it, and we will all pray for you. And Anne just said attention, 100%. People who do that habitually, I'm not just talking about someone who's like, guys, I have something really exciting happening and I want to tell you about it, but I can't. Even I can let some of those go. But if you're like, guys, send prayers my way, and you leave it open like that, you are 100% looking for attention. Jessica says people also need to get the memo that Ellen doesn't give away 50K for sharing a post. Look, look for verified pages. Zuckerberg makes it super easy and puts a blue check mark next to verified pages. It's true. Like Ellen's not giving you $50,000 for sharing a video. My neighbor told me she saw a huge animal in my tree at 2 a.m. No picture though. I'm assuming a chupacabra. Molly, it probably was. You should just move. Carol says it's passive aggressive. If you have a message, say it. 100%. And listen, here's the thing. No one's forcing you to share, so you don't have to share. So I don't understand. I do understand it's attention, but like, what is the point? What is even the point of that? What about joint accounts? Everyone just assumes someone cheated. So I don't assume anyone cheated. I personally think joint accounts are not okay, because I don't know who I'm talking to, and maybe I don't want to talk to the husband. Maybe I want to kibitz with the wife, and then you never know who's responding. So I feel like just get your own accounts, and if you guys want to share passwords and look at each other's stuff, go for it. But I personally do not have friends who have joint accounts that I know of. I can't think of anyone, but I probably wouldn't engage with that account because I would never know who's posting, where it's coming from, and it's crazy to me. But I don't assume that someone cheated. I made a meme about it. About joint accounts, and so many people were like, duh, it's because someone cheated. I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know that if someone ever cheated on me, I would stay and then make them have a joint Facebook page. Like that to me is like, what am I, Inspector Gadget? I have to keep watching everything to make sure they're not cheating. And guess what? A cheater's going to cheat whether they have a joint account on Facebook or not, just FYI. So save yourself the time and just get your own account and live your best life. You know what I'm saying? All right, Jessica. Yep, we said that. Hashtag blessed. That needs to be out. Hashtag best husband. Yep, out. Joint accounts are the worst, Jessica. Okay. All right, let's see. Let me get to more of these. Okay. Gory pictures of your kids' injuries. That falls into the rash category. My mom even said telling people to send messages to 10 people. Who needs that? Nobody, Mom. Nobody needs that. Let's see. Mushy gushy posts about your lunch date with your spouse. Yep, agree. Here's a long list from my friend Mandy. These are phrases that she thinks should be retired, and I agree with all of them. My mama heart, my heart is full, my tribe, I use tribe, I do, I'm gonna admit it. Blessed, want to travel the world and be your own boss. Oily mama, ask me how. And then again, she says a pic of a child absolutely wrecked with a biblical plague. And then someone going, oh my God, I have a doTERRA blend for that. It's true. Okay, I want to make sure I'm not missing comments. Okay. Carol, they are super annoying joint accounts. I know, I agree with you. Or people that don't have a Facebook account but go on their husbands and wives and post as themselves all the time. Get your own account. They're free. Why do people, hi Serena, why do people do that? I've seen that also where they don't want their own account, but they'll log on to someone else's. You're clearly looking. There's no rule that you have to post and like actually do stuff. You are allowed to do whatever you want with your account. So just open an account and peruse away. Don't do it under somebody else's. All right. This was the 2 more from Facebook. Okay, let's see. He's sick of, this is a man, my friend David. He's sick of to the moon and back as a way of measuring how much you love someone. There's got to be something better. Also, I'm not one to normally do this, but then they go ahead and post the most obnoxious quotes or whatever. I also can't stand, okay, Facebook, hive mind. I don't know what that means and I haven't seen that, but that's annoying. And hashtag blessed. You guys, everybody is about getting rid of hashtag blessed. I feel like the people have voted. All right, here's some really good ones from Instagram. DMing me, thanks for liking the post of my cat. Can I interest you in a weight loss wrap? No, you cannot. Altered selfies. I shared a bunch of these on my stories. I'm a fan of a good filter every once in a while that like gets rid of a couple things here and there. But if you literally look like a different person, that is bullshit. Stop using filters like that. Stop it. Workout food selfies detailing your entire day to seem more productive than the rest of us. The workout selfies make me insane. I haven't been to a gym in a very long time, but the people who would stand in front of the mirrors and take pictures of themselves, it's bad enough if you do it in like your own bathroom mirror. Why are you doing it in public? What is with the gym selfies? Is that a thing among like that community of people? I don't understand it, but the gym selfies need to stop. Just stop. The overwhelming majority of people on Instagram voted for no more duck face or duck lips, and I am all on board for that campaign. I know that some people do it as a joke. I just want to say this, and I'm sorry if it sounds mean, but I feel like I need to be honest. If you're making a duck face as a grown adult, particularly, you don't look cool. You look like an asshole. So stop doing that. It's not attractive. It's not. And on the heels of that, the other trend that makes me insane is people who stick their tongues out. It's mostly probably college students, but I've seen a few grown women do it. They go like this. It's not attractive. It's stupid. Don't do it. You look like you are swallowing your tongue. Don't stick your tongue out and don't make the duck face. Just smile like a normal person. Can we get back to doing that? Stupid people need to be retired. The world is becoming too uptight about everything. Preach on. Someone wants to get rid of the Kardashians, and I can't disagree. Oh, Dip Girl, you're here. Duck lips look like a little asshole. They do. They're so bad. Don't do it. Stop doing it. Stop doing duck lips. Okay. Trolling. You know that I agree with that. Although I will tell you that whenever I get trolled, my engagement skyrockets. So keep trolling me. It's fine. I'll take the numbers. Duck faces again. Captions like summer vibes. Yep. Using the word like a zillion times on an uploaded video. Right. So, and the reason that it's important to point out uploaded video, I think we all get a little bit nervous sometimes if we are speaking live or in front of a public audience or whatever it is. And sometimes you have those little habits that come out. You say a lot, you say like, but if you are uploading a video that you've taken and you see how many times you're saying like 100 times, you shouldn't do that. I don't know why. Carol, not sure if you covered this. Pictures of spouses' kisses. Why do we have to see that? Like people kissing? Yeah, I don't want to see that either. I am all about affection, but I don't need to like make out with my husband on Facebook and then post it. Kardashians do keep multiplying, Jessica. This is true. Jessica, where's the couch? All right, so here's a few that I use all the time and people hate them. Current situation. They want that out of here, but I use it. People who say, so I did a thing today. I've never used that, but I will say, so this happened, but maybe I need to stop. I don't know. The whole walking into Monday like, that gets used a lot. DMing me. Oh, wait, I already read that one. Hold on. Okay. What did I miss? Oh, that was it. That was it, you guys. But if you want to see more, I shared them all in my stories. See, I just said I know we've covered this a billion times, but I just realized hashtag blessed is like the social media version of live, laugh, love. Yes, and live, laugh, love. If you have that hanging in your house from like Home Goods or something, maybe consider putting it somewhere else, like in the basement, because it is like the blessed. It is like the blessed of social media is the same thing. Um, Serena says, I want to see more real and less fake shit. Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's why I think Facebook has a really bad rep, because there are people who post fake stuff all the time. Hi, Darren. So, all right, that was all the stuff about the stuff being retired on social media. That was a really bad sentence. I am fully owning the fact that there are some things that I do on that list. Like someone actually said to get rid of boomerangs, and I will never get rid of boomerangs. Boomerangs are one of the most fun things to do, in my opinion, on social media if you want to break things up sometimes and not have a static post. So you can take a lot of things from me, but you're not taking my boomerang. Jessica says in the Florida basement, right, which means in the trash. Okay. So the vent sesh is going to be super quick because there's really not a ton to say about it. And I did a meme about this last week that went crazy because clearly a lot of people agree, but I got some very angry messages about it. Cut the shit and stop using speakerphone in public. Nobody wants to hear your conversation. I don't want to hear you talking to your friend about your date. I don't want to hear you making a doctor's appointment. Like, save speakerphone for your house. I use it in my house all the time when I'm cooking, doing stuff with my kids. Nobody wants to hear what you're talking about. Was the bathroom selfie on the list? It sure was. The bathroom selfie was on the list. So those of you who talk on speakerphone in public, and the people who came at me who were really angry about me making fun of it, said things like, I'm not holding the phone to my ear, I'm not going to get cancer, or what was the other excuse? Oh, my phone is broken. I cannot, I feel bad your phone is broken, and I'm not even going to tell you to buy a phone because I'm not going to spend your money for you. But speaking on speakerphone in a public place might be one of the rudest things that you could possibly do, because you're forcing everybody to listen to your stupid conversation. So if you really, really have a broken phone and you need to talk on speakerphone, sit in your car for like an extra 5 minutes, finish your phone call, and then go grocery shopping. I don't want to sit in the aisle picking out my bananas and hear you talking about a guy that you went out with last night. I just don't. How about the clicking of the keys on the keyboard? There are so many noises and little things like that that annoy me. And I'm always so worried, oh God, do I do anything like that that annoys people? I hope that I don't, but I'm sure I do. Carrie says, I love boomerangs. I love boomerangs too. People that drive with their headphones on confuse me. Also, there are wireless things now, you guys, for your ears. So all those things that go around the back of your head and look like headgear from the 1980s if you had braces, you don't have to wear those anymore. There is a better choice. You can do better than that. So stop walking around with those giant things talking on your cell phone. Just don't do it. All right. That's our social media retiring conversation. That's our vent session. I'm going to close this out with a little plug for what I'm loving. If you followed my stories today, you saw that I went and had vivace done. I'll explain what that is in a second. At Fox Vein and Laser Experts. If you're in South Florida, it's local. It's in Hollywood. And what it is I don't know if any of you guys have ever done microneedling on your face, but it's basically radio frequency microneedling. So it's like microneedling on safe steroids. I think that's like a good layman's way to describe it. But it's a little tool that goes around with tiny little needles that pierce into your skin, and there's all different like pressures and intensities depending on what you're trying to accomplish and how sensitive you are. But it does like all the things that you would want as a woman aging. It does fine line, gets rid of fine lines and wrinkles, and it changes the tone of your skin. It makes your skin tighter. So I did it today at 2. And I am not red at all. I don't have any makeup on, which is, I'm upset that I'm live right now with no makeup and no under eye concealer. So you guys are seeing like everything. I'm holding nothing back right now. I think that's as real as it gets. But what I want to say is that you see immediate results, and it is pretty awesome. And the thing about it is, it's the type of treatment where you see immediate results, but then it kind of keeps perpetuating on your face. So like a couple weeks to a month later, you're going to continue to see stuff. And I am a huge, huge fan. So if you're in South Florida, I linked to both of those things for you to check it out. If you're not, I'm sure you can find Vivace, which I also link to, and you can probably check their site if you're interested in learning more. And I'm happy to answer any questions. I was not in pain. It's like a little bit uncomfortable in certain areas, like close to this area, and here you definitely flinch a little bit. But it's so quick and it is not a big deal. You will love it. I highly, highly recommend it. I can't speak for how I look right now because the lighting here is awful and I feel like I need to throw myself in the shower immediately. Dr. Dave, no makeup is cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I will say that when I posted the first few stories after I left there, I got probably 5 or 6 DMs from people saying, oh my God, your skin's glowing. It looks so good. And it really does. I don't know if you guys can see if it translates onto camera, but I can tell you looking at myself in the mirror that my skin absolutely looks tighter and more toned. And I get that thing where my skin is not, I don't break out, but I get dull, and it helps with that. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for something that is not like going under the knife. It's like no downtime, nothing. Jessica, that sounds like it hurts. It hurts in a couple areas, but when I say hurts, it's so quick, and it's like, it's not like a needle you would get if you're getting a shot or something like that. So there are definitely, I'm not going to lie, there are like areas where it can be a little bit unpleasant, but it's so fast and it's worth it. Carol, and you look beautiful. Thank you. Carol, you are like the sweetest ever. Thank you, Jessica. Jessica says I'm only 21. I am 21 times 2. Sam, you made it. But I'm getting off. I'm done now. So you're gonna have to go back and watch on the replay. All right, guys, that's all I have for you guys tonight. I hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day and got everything they wanted. I hope that we all learned something today from the things that the general public feels like we should, I love you too, Sam, that we should retire from social media. And if you're doing any of these things, don't like mean message me and take it personally. I'm doing a lot of the things. Just laugh. It's just laugh. You're allowed to laugh at yourself. You're allowed to laugh at these stupid things that some of us do and don't do. And the bottom line, I forgot who said it, but someone said it in one of the DMs to me about this, is that you cannot please everyone. Barefoot Banana Lifestyle, you're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. All right, you guys, I will see you next week. And you have been so great about giving me information when I ask these questions. But again, if there are certain topics that you want me to cover on my live from my closet, feel free to DM me, and I'm happy to add them to the list, or if we're going to get fancy, to the queue, and we can talk about all the stuff you guys want to talk about. So everyone have a great night, and I will see everyone same place, same time next week. Bye.